Hello to all my viewers, this is Magicalamazing, and today's video is going to be a bit of a public service announcement, I suppose. Now, this is my M9. You might have noticed it because I did a video on it before, but those of you who have recently watched the video or are very, very observant might notice that it's quite a bit different than it was in that video. And I'll point out exactly what I'm talking about in a few seconds. But it's never, when you finish building a gun for the first time, when you first finish everything, put it all together, you look at it and you say, oh, that's pretty cool, and then you put it away and never work on it again, you end up with a gun that really doesn't look fleshed out. All of the guns I've had, I've gone back and worked on again, so don't be afraid to do that. If you take a look at it and you say, oh, this needs to be changed, or this needs to look better, or I think I could make that better, don't be afraid to do it, because it'll make the gun look better. Don't finish one and put it off to the side and say, all right, that's it, next. So here's what I did to this gun to make it a little bit better. Now, to start out with, I removed that weird corrugation stuff I had here, didn't look good, and replaced it with just cut out strips here, cut out pieces of cardboard. It's a strip here, cut, 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 cut. You get the idea. Now the next thing I did was I tapered this. You'll notice, or you might not have noticed, but this front part of the lower receiver here was flush with this line the entire way through last time, and that made it very thick and ugly looking. This just looks better. Also, here I covered the front bit of the slide here underneath that wasn't covered before. Well, what else did I change? Well, I also changed significantly how smooth the action works. It's much smoother and doesn't get hung up nearly as much, to the point where I don't need as strong of a recoil spring, so I might actually be able to find one. But what I did on the inside was basically took out these two rail parts and remade them with a harder cardboard, a more rigid cardboard. I also did the same thing, essentially, with the two wings here on the barrel. And I widened this a little bit here so that the barrel and the slide will be much more free in those grooves. This recoil spring guide rod remained the same. And I also polished up these rail things here as well. I pretty much reinforced them and widened them a little bit to make it so everything was much more smooth. The action is definitely one of the things that you can work on later, but not just the action. Don't be afraid to work on everything about a gun. This is Magicalamazing, signing off till next time. See y'all later.